In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Impasto Photoshop action. So first thing we're going to do is open up a photo to work with. Now before you run the action, just check these few things. Go to the image menu, go to mode, and just double check your photos in RGB color mode and 8 bits of channel. And you also want to make sure that your background's set as the background layer. So if you open up your photo and it's not set as the background, just go to layer, new, background from layer, and it sets it as the background. So let's go ahead and load the actions. Let's go to the window menu, select actions, and hit this top right hand corner icon, select load actions, and load the Impasto.atn file. Here it is here. Now there's only one step involved to get this action to work. We need to create a new layer. It needs to be called brush, all lowercase, or the action won't work. Select OK. Now there's two ways we can apply the effect to our photo. We can either brush on, so if I just grab a black brush, it can be any colour, I can either brush on where I want the effect to appear, say like that, which means that the effect will just be applied to that area and everything else around it will be blank, where we can sort of change the background colour, or we can fill the entire photo in a colour to apply the effect to the entire photo. So for example, I'll show you both methods anyway, but if I want to apply the effect to the entire photo, just grab yourself the paint bucket tool and fill the brush layer any colour, like that, and select the action inside the folder and just click play. So this pop-up here is asking basically what width do you want your brush strokes. So by default this is the thickness that I recommend, but when I was experimenting with different photos, I just found that you get all different kinds of results experimenting with this width slider here. So go ahead and select the width and then click OK. The action runs for about a minute to 2 minutes. It really depends on the size of your photo, the details in your photo, so just be patient or go back on the internet and then come back to Photoshop and see what you got. I'll fast forward the video and show you what result we get here. Okay, so here's our result. So let's now jump into the layer panel and talk about what we've got to work with here. So the top layer I've just left available. It's the area that we brushed onto our photo. So if you wanted to run the action again, you could just delete these three layers and then click play on the action to run it again. So let's jump inside the adjustments folder. So there's some simple adjustment layers here to enhance the look of our photo. So the top one here, increase saturation. If you double click on this, you can use the saturation slider here to boost the overall color saturation, or you could target individual colors by this drop down. So I could use the boost the reds, for example. I could tone down, say, the yellows. So that way we can build some cool color combinations. Alright, so let me just reset that. Alright, the layer below, increase contrast. You can adjust the opacity of this layer to boost the contrast, as you can see there. So just experiment with that one. Layer below, highlight edges. This will work better for some photos, others not. So just tick it on and see how it looks. But what it'll do, it'll just add a soft black outline around edges of your photo. So if I move this to the side, you can see what it's overlaying. Alright, so you can adjust the opacity of that. What you can also do is, if you select the mask and grab yourself a black brush, you can brush away where you don't want the lines to appear. So I don't want it over the water here, don't want it down here. Okay, so play around with that one. Layer below, sharpening. If you turn this one on, you might not be able to see it too well. I'll turn the default opacity is at 50, so if you turn this one up, I'll turn it down and up, so hopefully you can see the effect. But it's just adding some overall sharpening to the photo, so you can play around with that one. Okay, the Impasto folder, that just has all the different brush strokes on different layers. So there's not really much you'll need to do inside this folder. You can experiment with, say, duplicating layers and changing their blend modes, or rotating layers slightly to adjust the overall look, but not much you need to do there. Okay, the layer below we'll get to now. So what I'm going to do is run the action again, but we're just going to brush over a particular area of the photo. So let me just delete these layers. I'll delete the brush and start again. So create a new layer, call it brush, and I'm just going to brush over this area. Down here. So I only want this painted effect to appear in this area. So let me go ahead and play the action, and I'll just select the default brush size. I'll click OK and fast forward to the result. So you can see here how it's just applied the effect over the area that we brushed. Alright, so now what we can do here is we can export this, say, as a PNG, so we can turn off the background color and the background layer, save that out, or we could use the background color and double click on this icon here, and so select one of these colors, play around with different background colors. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Hope you enjoy using it, and please contact me if you're stuck anywhere along the way. Thanks.